Okay.
Okay. So this is our theoretical lesson on painting mountains. Last class we touched a little bit about the peak, high peak and low mountain, rounded mountain, and needle shape or needle peak. Today we're going to continue to talk about the outline and interlocking brush strokes. These are extremely important. The samples on this page 155, is as well as on the following pages. These pages are often ignored from classes like this because you're not supposed to copy, because they are skeletons of the mountain. Skeletons means there's no modeling strokes, no surface texture strokes, only the conceptual drawing on the what do we call this skeleton? Okay, so if you would like to read this, then I will illustrate that. So you just read the introduction, and then I'll explain what it's talking about.
Okay. Method of establishing the outline and interlocking brush strokes. In human beings, before the 100 bones of the body are formed, the nose first begins to take shape. In the drawing of mountains, the first brush strokes outlining the central peak, as it were, on the face of the mountain are called Pi-chung, or hawk's beak. In estimating the body of the mountain and placing its head, the brush stroke over the top, called the Chang Kai, encompassing the mountain range, is the top of the skull of the mountain. This is the dominating form of the mountain, but its chi is in the joining of the brush strokes like veins. Other features of the picture, whether tree or rock, pay homage to the summit. The relationship is like that between an emperor and its ministers. For this reason, when Kuo Si painted mountains, he made the main one lofty, vibrant, expansive, sturdy, heroic, and also with an air of spiritual purity. It is essential that this all-encompassing outline is used, and that there is support below, in front, and in back.
Okay.
Outlines.
Okay, that's all.
That's fine.
Yeah, let me start to reiterate why I illustrate this. The two side inscriptions on the page saying the outline of peaks resembling veins, and the lower part is the face. The two words on the bottom, it says the face of a mountain. The front side of the mountain. Some of the translation or interpretation are kind of old or not easy to understand. So I would do my best to interpret in my own way with the illustration. I hope you can grasp some the key concept here. So it doesn't matter what color or ink tones we're going to use. Just use a single like a medium dark or dark gray ink. So the first paragraph talks about Bijun. In my teacher's word is the stone nose. Okay. stone nose. Yeah, you have heard of this? Yeah, of course.
Yes.
It was in my class. Yeah, I learned not from this book, but from my teacher. So I know what exactly the traditional landscape painters are thinking. So they start from this piece of rock. It's like the nose, the bridge of nose. If I identify all the noses, I listed there are two here. You can see up here near the summit. You can do it. You don't have to copy. I try to exaggerate the concept. We can make a stone nose. This is the front, right? And some of them are not very clear, but you can think they are also sort of. And in the middle part, I think it's there, but it's kind of hard to identify. So we'll just do this three. These are the front piece, the rock facing the reader. Okay, and after that, you add left and right supporting, like the planes, side planes, like that. On the left, and remember this character we talked before. This Y shape. The Y gives depth.
Henry, you might want to move your paper because it's covered by. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, so this part, this is the Y crossing that. Divide the left, right, and the front, three dimensions, and you can further divide it into more. So we just do the skeleton. Okay, you don't have to copy exactly. If you're out of room, you can reduce some just according to the situation. I try to identify this Y kind of. Okay, and this the movement along this line, like those crossing three strokes crossing lines, they form the ridge of the mountain, like that. So this is the key to compose a landscape. Before you do anything else, you can have different styles, like even contemporary style, like you can use split brush, or you can make it more angular, more squarish. It's all possible, but they're all based on this kind of principle. This is the stone nose.
So does the stone, let me ask you a question. Is the stone nose in the front of the painting, or are there stone noses going back as you're moving back into space?
The stone nose is like if this is the face, this is in the middle, right? This piece is usually it's rounded, not just a half. So on the left and the right, you see only part of the rock. But this rock usually has two sides: the left side and the right side, right? You can look at the page, the previous page. These two mountains also have this piece, and this is the foundation to develop a mountain. So I kind of jumped a little bit. You're supposed to do like the front, and then you kind of gradually move to the top.
But there's only one stone nose in a picture, right?
Okay, that's a very good question. According to this, that's what I try to identify the second. At least here, they function the same. They might call it different, but I think it's a second one, and this is like a half. It's a little flat one. Maybe this doesn't count. So I was hesitant to say there are more than one. Maybe there are two. Each peak should have one. Definitely, I call this a stone nose. Right here on top, we could just omit the middle. And this is Zhang Gai. Okay, the Zhang Gai meaning the umbrella. Umbrella is like a cover. Umbrella. Okay, maybe you could just you can. There's no translation on that. They didn't put it. Zhang Gai is the Chinese pronunciation. You can just call it the not the umbrella to like those people hold behind the king or the queen. What kind of? It's like an umbrella shaped cover. What do you call this?
I think we call it a parasol.
A parasol. Okay, that's a good word. Yeah, you can call that parasol better than umbrella. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Parasol is a ceremonial, not a functional umbrella. Okay. So that covers it kind of high. In our garden, Victoria used a little decorative umbrella, like they used it for like umbrella dance, to put it above the flower. The flower suddenly loved it. People are never always say, where you get that? That's the function of umbrella. What is the term again?
A parasol.
Parasol. Right. That's kind of you kind of stage the.
Our Chinese neighbors use parasols over their flowers too when it gets hot.
Oh yeah, to cover to cover from sunshine. Oh, that's great. Parasol. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the parasol. It kind of encompassing the mountain, kind of not covering, like a protect or encompassing the mountain range.
Encompassing.
Yeah, this is the top of the skull. This is the skull. If this is the head, so this is the stone nose, and this is the how do you spell that for me, please?
Parasol.
Oh, parasol. Okay.
I think I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's okay. So stone nose and parasol. That's the relationship. We can omit the little details. Doesn't matter. We just try to just get the essence of this lesson. So here is the outline. We call the 轮廓 or the outline. Okay. And so always I exaggerate the whys. You can simplify things into only these 3 dimensions, and later you can easily add small very tiny whys like that, but the main ones are 3. It's enough. Okay, and you can extend that a little bit, something like that. So I think to keep it simple, you just need to remember this is a parasol. Parasol, stone nose. Okay.
Okay.
That's the concept. Just So So now you understand. When you go to a museum or you read books and you find different styles, but these parts, the contour of the mountain and usually this front piece, I can just do it right here too, is normally the part has more space, like a more rounded, right? And then on top of that, you divide into left and right slopes, right? That's how you the mountain form, the mountain range, right? Okay. So you can create your own mountains just to use this approach, starting from the front, the stone nose, and divide it into left and right, adding right and left, or divide a space. You can also divide a space, add a smaller nose, if you look at this previous page, you can also see that this is stone nose. This is also stone nose on rounded mountain, on high mountain. So it doesn't matter what the shape is. You can change the angle. You can make it rounded, cursive, or you can make it more squarish. It's with different graphic features, or just for design, you can vary that. But they're basically you have to start with the stone nose, because this is, they believe, when you deliver a baby, that the nose comes out first, and this is the what comes first.
Okay.
Okay. Put some strokes on this. Okay, now I like to go through. Let's see, I'll just cover this. I got some stains here. This next page is a little complicated. I'll try to break it down, but you can just read the whole passage as before, the whole essay. Method of rendering the ceremonial aspect of mountains.
Is that moche? Moche?
Oh yeah, mochi. You can just read the common name Wang Wei. Wang Wei is a famous Tang poet. His pen name is Mochi. I don't even know.
Okay. To paint mountains, one must first know their spiritual forms, and so be able to distinguish between the pure and impure elements. One may then determine the various attitudes of the peaks and select the position of the host and the guests. Interesting. One may then determine the various attitudes of the peaks and select the position of the host and the guests. When there are too many peaks, the effect will be confused. Too few, the effect will be dull. Among mountains, there are peaks which are high and others which are low. On the high peak, the veins are at the base and the limbs are spread out. The base is thick and strong, encircled by numerous peaks with rounded summits. This is the appearance of the high peak, and certainly it must be so, otherwise it would be isolated and abandoned. On a low peak, the veins are at the top and the summit is flat, giving the impression that the top and brow are touching. The base is wide and extensive, firmly implanted in the earth so that it is impossible to measure. This is the appearance of a low peak, and certainly it must be so, otherwise it would be thin and feeble. In order to make clear the use of the lun quo wagon wheel rims and the mole, the veins or outlines. The brushstrokes for modeling sun are not included here. There are many kinds of such brushstrokes, as shown in the examples of rounded peaks copied from the works of the masters.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the last paragraph is says, you know, this is the outer contour or the 轮廓, the outer contour, and what's inside the inner contour, you know, the more. Okay, the spelling is old. We cannot, don't have to worry. Just the outer contour and the inner contour. Okay, and no texture strokes or modeling strokes. So we try to do it in to capture the essence of this idea. Again, it's not important to copy exactly, but to understand which one is the host, which one is the guest. Okay, first of all, there are two a pair for the mountains. One is the host.
Now, are we on page 156 and 157?
Yeah, this is continuous as one large picture. So
you might want to turn the image on the
sorry, the reference.
e-book.
The reference. I turned my book. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah, it will probably clarify.
Oh, it's kind of hard to see on this page because it's left and the right.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to go back and forth like that always.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. I think it's better just look at my book. So I'm going to close this.
Okay.
Let me minimize this. Minimize this. Like this, so you can see my reference book here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Very good.
You can still see that.
Yes.
Okay. This is continue. Let me make a copy to illustrate to make a clear thing. So I'll just draw. Okay.
Before you start, Henry, let me ask a couple of questions to make sure I'm understanding. Is the host the big mountain on 157? Is that the host?
No. Okay. The biggest mountain. We don't have standard answer here. Let me just make a guess. So here is one mountain, and we try to kind of match the description later. What's in the article. So this is a big one giant mountain. I think there's some rock like that. Okay, we just I try to make one big mountain, and if just one single mountain is kind of dull, right, or boring, or isolated, right? So you must have supporting mountains. So on this page, you're probably right. It could be the host mountain with the nose, with the front piece, like that. So if you fold this paper into half, I mean, if I just do this left half, the answer is yes. This is the host. So to make that host feel, you can exaggerate the size a little bit. However, we have this mountain which is higher than that. So as a host, it must be the highest. That's why we call it a summit, right? Can the host be a secondary peak, not the summit? Never heard of it, right? They usually name the mountain based on the host, not the guest, right? So if this two appear, we call this host and this guest. However, this could be a guest because this whole thing here is the host, I think.
The large mountain on 157.
Yeah, maybe including this one. You can. It could have this. This is the what they call this names, right, or the base of the host. So if we want to make it clear, we can just do so like this. Okay. I think to maximize that, I go all the way up, and this is the what is called the parasol. Yeah, this is the parasol, and the dragon veins. We don't have the stone nose for the reason that the nose is right here. I think I missed it. There should be a front piece according to the previous page, right? It should be here. Let me just add it like that. This is the stone nose. This is the stone nose. Okay, and just divide that. Okay. This is the one, left and right. So this is the front, and this is this ridge of the mountain. So this could be considered the side view of like this one.
This cascading of ridges, that's called the dragon vein?
Yeah, this is like spine.
What you're painting right now?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So there's a lot of why along this ridge, okay, like that. I exaggerate. I want to make the Y really stand out so you can identify them. Okay, so that's the Y, and here's a little one. Okay. Okay. It talks at the beginning. It talked about the pure and the impure. Actually, I will say like a solid and a void. So some part is more solid, especially along the spine, the ridge of the dragon, right? The formation, and this gradually fade into. You may call this is the pure is the chi, the air, and the impure become stone or soil, right? So whatever you understand, but it's a pair of solid and void. You understand? In the mountain and clouds or mist. Okay, so I think because one way has another very famous line saying the shape or the form of the mountain or the color of the mountain, if you will, is between being and the non-being. The pure or the being is impure, right? Non-being is more a pure form. There's no form. Okay.
So the difference between the air around it and its solidity?
Solidity is the I think solidity is impure, right? It's the impure, whatever. It's a philosophical. It's just a name, but you can name the pure is the solidity, and the impure is the air or the void. Doesn't matter. Just
okay. It's the relationship between those two aspects.
In painting, some part is the paint and unpainted. Is what does that mean? Yeah. Okay. So this is the I will call this host. This part could be called the base. It talked about the supporting base or something like a rounded summit. So all the others are supporting. Peaks are high, others are low. The high peak limbs, or the base of limbs are spread out. So this is the limb. They spread out, just like the dragon's limbs, right? So it's spread out. Yeah, I think that's the idea. So this is the foot, the foot of the mountain, foothill, right? Foothill, host, and this is the guest. Guest is another peak. Guest is not like this. This is the limbs. Limbs. Because without this, it's isolated. It's like there's Potato Mountain under the Mount Baldwin. Are you familiar with the Mount Baldwin? Because it's only 10 miles away from us, or you can see that from our window.
Okay.
So this is the Potato Hill. This is the Mount Baldwin. This is another peak. So we call this is the guest.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but doesn't matter, right? This on the same page, because you cannot really have the host divided. I think if I'm the illustrator, I will do this like this. So host guest, and then more guests maybe are smaller peaks in what is called in the drama, in the play, there are some heroes and some supporting roles, and there are some unnamed person. What do you call this? Unnamed. Okay, supporting roles. Okay, so this mountain may be higher than the again, this is the nose. Yeah, so I should start with this front piece, and then the Y, and another Y, right? So this could be a pair also, but they all subject pay homage to the emperor. So this is a hierarchical order. In Confucius society, everything is hierarchical, even the mountain. Guoxi is lived in neo-Confucianist time. Neo-Confucianist, the emphasis is on the hierarchical order. So they think the son and the father and son relationship is equivalent to husband wife, emperor subject.
The hierarchical structure of the culture of society is mirrored in the mountains.
Great statement. That's great. That's a great.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify conclusion. It for myself because I'm learning.
Yeah, because the reason they paint the monumental landscape like Guoxi, Guoxi is a monumental landscape painter. He will make the peak very high, on a vertical sheet of paper. The painting I just sold to a student. I showed in the class the other day. It's early spring, So the mountain is like it's a huge monolithic, very high peak, right? And there's waterfall or something. And then there's river or small mountains. So this monumental landscape is based on the hierarchical principles. Okay. So it's built upon the principle. They believe this is the universal order, the hierarchy, not the democracy. Certainly, there's emperor or king in all the societies, no matter they call it a president or emperor or king or queen, doesn't matter. So all this order, social order or natural order, it has this hierarchical structure you just summarized. Okay, so this is a manifestation of that. So a good painting should have a clear hierarchical relationship. Otherwise, they will compete with each other. It's chaotic. There will be a fight.
Right.
For power, attention, or rule. Yeah. So you have to pay more.
In Western painting, we have something called the golden mean, which is built on a mathematical relationship that's hierarchical.
Oh, that's a good point. In Western painting, the medieval painting, they are derived more like an altar. So the god or the host is in the middle. In Chinese painting or Japanese painting, the host mountain or the focal point could be on the side. So Van Gogh learned from that from Eastern artists like a Japanese woodblock printing artist. So
yes.
From the Impressionists on, they changed that. Before the Impressionists, everything like Renaissance. So they all have like a centered triangular,
yes.
symmetric composition. Yeah, so that's the difference. For the Song Dynasty painters, they also do this. They just put a rock right in front of you and then looking really high, just like I tried to show you the monolithic monumental landscape. Yeah. So
in this picture, excuse me. In this picture, does every mountain have a stone nose? I see 1, 2, 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, you can call this one, this one, this one, this one. This is all stone nose. Yeah. Well, let me identify them. Stone nose. Stone nose. Stone nose.
Okay.
Stone nose. Stone nose. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Later you can paint with different styles. Like you can use split brush strokes, or you can use more angular kind of forms. Doesn't matter. Or you can put trees and vegetation on it. But this is the conceptual, what's in your mind to start with. So when you ask where this landscape is coming from, it's from the painter's mind, based on the hierarchy, universal hierarchy order. Yeah. Principles, right. So you establish the host first, and then the subject is lower, below, and supporting, or pay homage to. That's kind of this what do you call this parasol? Parasol. Can we shortcut to parasol? Yeah. So parasol should kind of embracing. So I think another artistic principle is to make the foreground kind of more flat. Like it says something like that. I forgot. Do you remember? It says it has to be flat. So this part must be flat to yeah. Firmly implant in the earth, wide and extensive. Top and brow are touching, so it's very compressed, right? So the front, what we might call foreground, is the base. The foothill must be kind of
the veins at the top.
Yeah,
and the
spread
is
more.
Flat.
So it's not like a high, but more spread to the side. Yeah. So this is the idea.
Base is wide and extensive, firmly implanted in the earth.
Right.
So that it is impossible to measure.
So yeah. Okay, that's the host and guest relationship. This is the where it comes from, and this principle later applied to flower and birds and other painting subject matters, not just landscape, trees, even houses or temple, right? Or cities. Yeah. Example of a main peak in itself, a mountain, and let me see.
You want me to read that?
Yeah, I think there are two. In the following 2 pages, they talk about some variational peaks. What we call this the structural tendency. How the mountain develop or form.
Yeah, we discussed the structural tendency in the last
See
video.
if anything has that. Just go ahead to read the English translation. I will read the Chinese in my mind.
Okay. The preceding pair of examples showed the grouping of guest peaks to create the atmosphere of a mountain range. Here is one example of a main peak that constitutes the whole mountain. As it raises its head and spreads its arms, all the forms are included and united within it. That's true. There is no need of superfluous scenery. As for the picture, the effect will be massive. The main intention has been to render clearly and without embellishment. Compare this example with the preceding example, in which the mountain is like a great emperor presiding in his audience hall and the ministers prone around him. In this picture, the mountain is like an emperor deep in silent thought at a moment when he alone is in his palace. Wang Wei Yu Chang often painted a mountain like this one. And I think he means the way that it's encompassing all the other mountains.
So yeah, in this case, it's like a statue of the main the host by itself. So the Chinese the title says Emperor of a main peak in itself, a mountain. So it's a different than a group of like this previous example. So this is talking about the main peak self. How to say? 自为环保. So okay, the verb here is to kind of wrap everything in the, its own chest or embrace everything. Yeah. So that's the
The large mountain, the emperor, is embracing all of the mountains.
all the yeah. So it means large embrace small, not
Yes.
you know.
Desperate
Yeah. So this
mountains.
yeah, this I think this is pretty straightforward. It's just like a large shape include covers all the small stones under it, like that. So there's
Now, where's the stone nose on this one?
good question. I keep forgetting to.
Because I still get confused on that.
Okay, here, this is the stone nose. This could be a extension of that. Yeah. So this maybe it's here. This is the stone nose. It could be several steps. Okay, then you can have another foothill here. It start from the nose. From the nose could be side view, could be a little bit in a perspective, foreshortened perspective. So this one also like this is the stone nose, right? And then go left, and then right, and up, and up here. This is the idea. So the main mountain. This is the peak. You can have even taller, I think. Okay. Then this small one also have a little bit like a front, but it's outside the frame. Okay, that's the foothill. So you can have it more spread. And then after this, later you can add those surface texture or this kind of long hemp fiber texture later. But we just concentrate on the contour and the inner contour. So that's and the stone nose. Okay, now you understand?
I think so.
Okay, you can call this stone nose also if you want. Maybe as long as you have a Y, there's a nose in the middle. Okay. That's easier. Okay. So this is another aspect of host-guest relationship among mountain peaks. So it's very clear, the guests are not competing at all. In the front, in the previous example, you may have kind of secondary, like a prince or king, But this one is very clear, just the one.
Yeah, this is clear.
One authority. Yeah. Okay. And let's see. The next one is more interesting, I think. Okay, if you think the first one is like a triangle, if I make it very abstract, it would be like basically like this, like a what is called the Egyptian tomb site, like this, like that.
Oh,
Pyramid. Yeah, it's more like pyramid, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the next one would be different.
The next one is very different.
Yeah, the pyramid to also have small pyramids, right? Something like that, right? Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So
it's very clear.
Yeah. Okay. And Yeah, I think the Egyptian society is also not a democracy. Obviously, it's a
No.
pyramical.
Very hierarchical, really.
Hierarchical.
With
Yeah,
Egyptian people.
yeah. This one is very interesting. We call it a C-shaped composition, or S, more like a C. This is very contemporary for me because you can make it a little bit towards the left, so you have more space on the right.
Oh, okay.
This says another example of a mountain is a main peak with 环抱 meaning kind of embrace from one side, like a, how do you say that? Not with both hands. To if you use one hand, it's like this. Yeah, it's the C movement. Okay. So
That's like a
yeah,
like
let me. We don't have to copy exactly. Let me make the C-shape movement clear, so you can have it always start from the stone nose and then the top parasol. So the stone nose could be the foot here. So maybe I just start from the middle. I'll just create my own. My own. So you do something like that. On this side, it's a little bit more steep, right? Like that. You can then add. This is a little bit larger. The angle is more smoother. Yeah. This angle on the left side is a little bit steeper or sharper, right? And here you can have another stone nose and make a few small ones, like steps. Okay, but it's basically a kind of cliff. And now I'm concerned with the parasol shape that covers the whole mountain top. So this is another kind of hollow cliff. This is a little like a little different texture. We call it the X cut. Here you can have a rounded snow a nose there, and here. Try to identify the Y when you got lost. It's always helpful to find this Y. See, I try to find the Y, and the Y usually near the top of the ridge of the mountain. So you don't have to really copy exactly. If you follow this stone nose plus Y formula, you can create your own mountain Chinese landscape composition very easily. And there are some steps along this here. And there's valley under that. Okay, here you can have another. You see, I think I missed this slope. It going in, the sea going inside like that, like this. Right? So just rub it like that, and let me just correct myself. So you can have a small parasol there and a stone nose maybe right under there. Okay, so this is the side. This could be a side. I just did a little bit shading to to show the solidity part. Just this. And then there is a guest, whatever you call it, on this side. You can also say this is the limb, the tail or whatever of the peak above. So this is spread out a little bit. And here's a little foothill. Right? And there's some trees now. I just make it a little bit, just some vertical, some dashes to suggest. You don't have to do any detail than that. So here is another small formation under the mountain. Just simplify into 3 dimensions. This minimum. Okay. And some forest. Okay, here try to identify the spine. The stone nose is usually the white part, the highlight part. There's no shade. You shade around it, right? You can have a little bit under it. But they usually, it's like your stone bridge. I mean nose bridge. Okay, let me just add a little tree here to hide my mistake. Some Y shape, some just conceptual drawing. The trees, you can think about they are winter trees, no foliage, or autumn trees.
This one is different than page 157, 58, and 59, but it still is the idea of the great emperor encompassing everything, don't you think?
Yes, it's a C.
A C.
C shape, yeah.
Okay.
C-shaped composition, very helpful. You can compare to this what do you call this, pyramid. This is more like okay, I think I see what you mean. So in the lower part, it's like still a pyramid. This is like this, right? But on the top, it's a side view of. So it's like you twist the peak, because when you see a mountain in the front view, it's like like a triangle, right? But in the side view, it become a peak. You understand? So some mountain range, yeah, look like a triangle, but on top it become a side view. So you kind of like twist the. You kind of twist the head, like turn the head. So the head is looking sideways.
Yeah. It starts frontal, but then as you go back into
Yeah.
space, it's turning.
Yeah, I think it should be this, looks more like this, what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, either left or right. So this is like a half dome. This, the front view is like this, right? The side view is like that. So the head is turned to the side.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a very good comprehension ability to
Well, I'm trying to understand it because it adds a lot of meaning to what we do in class.
Yeah.
In our main class, I think it adds a lot of meaning.
Yeah, this composition is more mature than in the primitive pictograph. The mountain is like a three of this. So it's like this is the Chinese oracle bone style mountain, and later today we write this way, right? This is the you may say is the front view, and the wide we call this is the heel.
Yeah.
This is it, and it right this way today. It's not very close to the original style, but the original way is the pictograph is this. This is the mountain. This is the hill. So this composition I call it C. It's more advanced. It was as if the mountain is turning its head backward. It's like a tiger, like a tiger looking looking sideways.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's a tiger. Understand?
Yes.
Yeah, that's instead of sitting facing this like a nose, this is the tiger, or
Frontal.
like a frontal. Yeah, frontal is so the head is turned.
Yes.
It's turned around. So that kind of movement gives void in this area, in the middle of the composition. It creates more negative space. This is the frontal. It's more contemporary. Like today, if you take a picture of a mountain, you want to put a mountain on one side, maybe leave another side with a lot of space, right? To show it's like Tai Chi symbol, the fish symbol. Yeah. So this is the white fish, the black fish. Yeah.
I'll have to work on twisting that, making sure it twists and you see the side.
Yeah, just remember it's like Tai Chi.
Okay.
C shape.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Henry. It was a good lesson, and I learned a lot, I think.
Oh, that's a lot of conceptual principles to digest. We'll learn. We'll apply this later more in the lesson, but these are extremely important. Is the mental intent of any landscape. Okay.
Okay.
It's not shown, what stylized, but it's the skeleton form of the landscape. Okay, landscape. Yeah. Okay. See you next month.
I'll see you next month, and I'll see you on Thursday for class.
Oh yeah, tomorrow, right? The day after tomorrow for scores. Yes.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.